We're here with Elise Beavis on day 44 for Emirates Team New Zealand on the LEQ. Elise, you're a performance engineer with the team. Today, a pretty big sea state in the sailing area that you selected, and quite high wind range. What kind of things were you looking to test out there?
Yeah, so I guess what predominantly sent us up off the bays first was avoiding the maximum wind. So as you can probably see in the rain in this interview, it's not a very nice day here in Auckland. So there's a bunch of squalls coming through, and we're sort of heading down towards that back paddock area. So instead we headed north where it wasn't to avoid the worst of it. And then, but then heading up there's a bit more sea state, nothing like some of what we saw in Barcelona, but a bit more of that. And then, yeah, as the different squalls went through, we moved around and back towards the back paddock for a bit at the end for some flatter water, and then got back in before this last squall.
Yeah, we did wonder if you may have headed up that way to try and get some conditions that might actually translate to Barcelona. Is that something you maybe were looking at as well, or is it just purely to avoid those squalls?
Yeah, I mean, we are interested in trying to find some Barcelona-like conditions. I guess on the little boat, the waves don't have to be as big to sort of be proportional with the big boat. So, yeah.
And in relation to that, and in that sea state, what's the different kind of modes that the guys are looking to sort of sail the boat in compared to your sort of typical flat water that we've seen on the last sailing days?
Yeah, so I guess depending on sort of wave orientation and wind, there might be some quite different modes, port to starboard. So, I mean, we saw it a lot in Barcelona with really skew waves where you'd have very different performance because one direction might be straight into the waves, or it might even be down the wave sailing upwind, or some pretty funking stuff. So, yeah, with the sea state you do get a bit more variability, and those top end conditions are some of it more just making sure we protect the boat, protect the asset, rather than, you know, going for max performance.